I'm really hoping my password doesn't leak here. This is a game called WIZMUD. An MUD is a multiplayer something. I maybe should have prepared this segment a bit more, but it's a game where you're a wizard in an online world, and anyone can like join, and you can just talk and just and hang out. It's apparently a bunch of secrets, and it's still being like built and like stuff like that too. So it's a very interesting style of the game. Hopefully, it doesn't leak my password because I use this password a lot. It's an online game that you play in your browser. There's a Patreon. Apparently, there's a lot more to this game that they're still working on slowly, and they're going to be adding a bunch of things. It's a very weird game that I found. I wanted to like show all of you because I thought it'd be fun to sort of maybe see what we can all get up to in this game. Because apparently, it's a very cooperative experience. So you can see. We can see how this goes. And also, you know, back on the topic of like talking and that lossiness. This is a game that I think thrives on that level of lossiness that is in speech, right? Because language is a very finicky thing, and in an MUD style game where all you have is a text box to work with, and there's no voice chat or like anything, you need to be very clear in what you say to get your words across. Especially in a game that, you know, potentially has some complexity in like how you can interact with each other. This game is surprisingly complex as far as I can tell, but just checking out, say, the help menu. There's quite a few things to do, and there's even like different spells that we can find as well, but I don't know them yet. But we're gonna see how this goes. Again, this is called WIZMUD. When I talk live, it can be pretty lossy because there's a big constraint on the time, but when you write, it's much easier. That too, yeah. So because when you type, right? Like I have all the time in the world to be like, oh, I want to, hi guys, I'm going to dress up now. You know what I mean? Like I have time to like say this, and then I have time to like be like dress up, yo. But when you talk, it's like you need to say it immediately, and you need to have the like context immediately, and you need to be able to communicate that precisely right at that moment. Because if you take too long, people will zone out. It's very hard. You expect to fall. Ironically, you'd rather not force yourself to talk slow because it feels wrong somehow. I don't know what you mean. I think talking slow is wonderful. Oh my god, why is he ragdolling? Oh my god, why is he ragdolling? No, I just wanted to check out my like hat. Oh no. Now this is a weird game. Maybe I should have saved this for like a weird game day. Cyber security. Why'd you say that? Be very clear in what you say. Hard mode for you because you overanalyze a lot. Yeah, that's the hard part. I mean, it always helps to like, you know, be free in what you say and just be like, you know, okay with just saying whatever's on your like mind. I can be square. Wait, I can look like that guy from Katamari Damacy. Oh god, that's really hard to say. Okay, chat, let's pick a good color scheme here. We'll go black and white. Nice, simple, smooth, right? Oh, because I talked about the password that I use a lot. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, don't reuse passwords, right? We should just use like a new password every time. But I'm lazy. I like star glasses. I need a beard, chat. I need a beard. Every good wizard should have a beard, right? That's a solid beard. I don't know if I want to be like that though. How do I get like a pure white color? Wait. Maybe I shouldn't say pure white. The connotation there is bad. Chad, you can change your like staff. Now MUDs are interesting. That's why I wanted to sort of try this game out live, because it's a very interesting sort of style of game that you don't see anymore, right? A primarily text-based game is very hard to find now. Nowadays, games are very based on like, you know, having very fancy UIs to do everything. And so having to like type to do most things is just not very common. This is a bit of a mix of like not very MUD. It's like very focused on like the game experience. And so it has a lot of things that you can do through a UI. A more classical MUD might be like, okay, walk left, walk right, slash at rat. So there's like different things. Hey, Gagata! Welcome back. New password every time. You have one password you can use for like 8 years now. Maybe you'll get a new password the next 8... What? You have a base password. You modify it based on the site name. What? Guys, this is... What you do, chat, you do realize what you're doing, right? Is you just put... You basically told me, like, yeah, I have this password on this, like, you know, sticky note. Please look at the sticky note and just go into all of my accounts. You're the reason why The White House had to put out a statement about cybersecurity. You're the reason why. I want you all to know this. My job is harder because of you. Because of people like you. You used to not care what you said when you were a kid, but as you got older, you learned to be careful of what you say, which inadvertently caused you to overanalyze. I mean, there is a sentiment of like, you do have to be careful about what you say, right? In the sense of like, you know, you shouldn't say some things because it's like messed up, right? But that's not to say that you shouldn't like. But I think it's also important to feel free instead of being who you are. And so I think there is like a middle ground of like, feel free to like be who you are, and like but like don't but like obviously think about what you say in terms of like the impact that has on like someone. It's hard to balance that though, because I do understand that it's like difficult to sort of like get that right balance of like what you say versus what you like, you know, who you are, and like how do you communicate that outwards. What was this? Unlike an MUD, this is very un-MUD like. You click around to like, you know, walk around and you just find things. What is this? New items in shop, please buy. Get your grubby hands on some WIZBucks. Donate on Patreon. Show names. Oh, show names on. Now I don't know what this game is. Okay, I actually have no clue what this game is. I just know that this is a very empty online, but like this is an online game, so anybody could like join this. Okay. You bet it's in some databases. Yeah, see, if you sign up for this game, okay, I can probably guess all of your like passwords. I'll sign in as you. You would never be able to figure out my password. JK, I change password every day. Hackers will for sure will buy into this. They'll for sure they'll never figure it out. Emotes. What? Hurl. Emote smoke. This is like the most unstructured stream that we're doing, that I've done so like far. Chat, I'm smoking a pipe. Oh my god, I'm smoking reefer. Yo. Emote hurl. Okay, I just vomited everywhere. Oh god. Emote ragdoll. Emote levitate. Emote levitate. See, look, typing is very lossy. If you typo, nothing. Why am I still vomiting? How do I stop vomiting? I don't want to vomit anymore. Oh no, emote cry. Can I cry while vomiting? Oh my god, guys, I'm leaking. Me use overcomplicated words as passwords. That way, even if you tell someone what it is, they'll have to ask you multiple times because the spelling is really wonky. See, that's a very good way of doing it. But also, actually, that's not recommended. Because one of the things about passwords is that you need to make it so it's recognizable for you. If you don't even remember, or it's very difficult for you to even know it, what you could end up with is a case where you just forget and you lose your entire account or something. Sorry, I said it hard there. Yeah, I mean, even if some of your passwords, like you know, someone is going to go and try to reverse engineer the method you modify them with, even if it's as easy as any particulars from the site name. You have a system? You have a system for making a reusable password that's based on... I'm pretty sure somebody has probably figured it out a long time ago. They just haven't told you yet. What's this? What's that? Where did I go? I will say, the wizards, hello, the zooming is very, very slow. Personally and seriously, if you knew a hacker friend, you'd have them hack your Gmail account just so you can get it back. That's what I've always thought, right? If you've ever had like a lost email, that's when I want someone to like hack my shit. Cause I'm like, dude, like I don't know, cause like an email account is like having like your real name somewhere. And you want to have like your like email account back because you don't want to have to like update every single thing, and you can't even get your like, you know, games back or your game accounts back. Like everything relies on your email now. It's so important, but there's no way to get it back without proving your identity. But if you have nothing tied to it, then it's impossible. You think Linus Tech Tips does the same thing? Linus Tech Tips? Dude, I would hack Linus Tech Tips in an instant. Rune.x. This is a QR code. Should I scan this, chat? Should I scan this? I'm gonna scan this. Chat, scan this. I know you shouldn't be scanning random QR codes, but I think it's funny. WIZMUD.github.io. What the fuck? Welcome to the Shrine of Wealth. wait. I need to open this in like its own tab. WIZMUD Shrine of Health. I don't know. Here we go. This is what it opens. Okay, chat? Welcome to the Shrine of Wealth. A faint whisper emanates from the altar. Greetings, wizard. Offer pittance to the Lord of Coin Patreon or pray. Which do you choose? I pray. Prayer received. The Lord of Coin is displeased by your lack of tribute. I'm broke! Bestow rewards with 3 WIZBucks. Type one-time code. Oh! No! You guys are gonna steal my code! You guys are gonna steal my... Don't steal my money. Oh, fuck. Do not steal my money, chat. Don't steal my money. Do not steal my... Don't steal my... These are my WIZBucks. Ironically, two-factor is what screwed me. Yeah, like two-factor, if like done poorly, in the sense of like the site owner, it can be even worse. Because for end users, two-factor is a lot of work. If it's done well, it's fine. But if it's really hard, it really complicates what you have to like deal with in order to keep your account safe. How do I get this money? How do I get my like WIZBucks? And it's not even like a you fault as like a user. It's just really hard from a user perspective to like do it and like keep track of it. It's just very, very hard. It's one of the great failings of like 2FA is like two-factor is just way too complicated sometimes. Oh god, people are gonna steal my like cash. Oh, this is bad. Where is a terminal? What? In-game terminal. Wow, this page is old. The code is probably defunct, so I wouldn't bother with it. I don't even know what a terminal is. Oh, it's like some kind of old computer. Pretty sure those are all busted anyways. If you want WIZBucks, we found a big stash on that. Okay, so this doesn't even work. It doesn't even work. You think about using a password manager though. They're very handy. They're very handy to like use because you get like a system that works for you that is better than your brain that can keep your stuff forever. You just need to be careful not to leak your stuff ever. Wait, so if I don't have enough money to even get like this stuff, how do I ever afford this? Sorry about the dust. I can buy a torch. Thanks for the bucks, pal. How do I use my like torch? Oh, I'm using it. Look, I have a torch. You can't automate hacking, so it's more or less good enough. Wait till I introduce you to ransomware. You had recovery set to an email in and phone. Trouble is you lost access to recovery email and forgot to change it. Ooh, yeah, that is what gets you. Get lost in the maze, you can type TPI to return to this mortal plane. What? In the maze? And you lost access to the phone number, and you forgot to change that too. Oh god, it's so loud. Sorry. Yeah, that's what'll get you every single time. It's really hard too, because it's like there's so many different systems that like work in like tandem. That it's very, very hard to keep track of everything that's like going on. Again, it's not a you thing. It's just a failing of like 2FA in general. I find 2FA systems to be very, very complicated for no good reason, and they force you to have to remember so many different things and have access to so many things that are very easy to lose. Because again, if you change phone numbers, all of a sudden you lose all of your accounts. Like that sucks, right? Oh my god, sensitivity, yes. Yes. Okay, what's this? High scores. I don't know what this is. Right click. What? WIZBucks. Okay, don't open that. Sorry, don't open that. You know some serving guy. He used to bypass 2FA for fun. Yes, there's a lot of different ways to, because you can do SMS spoofing. You can do a bunch of things to basically just take over someone's phone number for like a second to like get rid of it. Please remember to disable your pop-up blocker. Oh, oops. Should I do it now? Is it too late? Oh, it has to reload the entire game. God damn it. I disabled my pop-up blocker. So now you lost your Gmail, Drive, and YouTube. That sucks. Thankfully, you reacquired the accounts associated with that email. That's like good. But yeah, it's like hard. It's like very, very hard. I don't blame you for losing your accounts. I just think security in general is like done very poorly now. In a sense, like, it's like way too complicated. Sup? What up, dog? Whoa, he replied to me. Welcome to the Tombstone Maze. Talk to the other skeletons in the maze for tips. Watch out for the big ones, though. Watch out for the big ones. What? What's wrong with the big skeletons? Yeah, also SMS is not secure apparently, so it's better to use something like Google Authenticator. It stays with your account. Yeah, yes, exactly. Or you can back it up. Exactly, yeah. It's not secure because it's very easy to like steal. Wish you could just send Google your ID and be done. See, that's what I want too, because like there's so many different systems that we already have to make it like work. So it's like verify that we are who we are, but everything has its own way of doing it. Like every single thing has its own 2FA system, which is very annoying. I too wish it was centralized in some way and tied to something that we already have. I just know it's hard to like do. Tip. Try closing your other tabs. I have no other tabs. How do I allow pop-ups? I want pop-ups from the site. This is a weird game. It's a very strange game. But you see why I wanted to like try this game out, right? It gives us time to like talk because it's been a while since I've been on, and it's also just like weird because it's like a weird old style game, like an old multiplayer game almost. It's strange. Keep a lookout for strange metallic statues, traveler. What? What's this? Tip. I heard there's 18 pieces of loot hidden around it. Holy shit. That's a lot of loot. You miss the days of security questions. I hate security questions. I actually find that to be the opposite. There's a ghost here. Huh? Oh! Okay, the ghosts are not friendly. I find security questions to be the worst because it's like having multiple passwords, but there's like three of them. I actually hate them a lot more because compared to 2FA, you now need to you now need to remember 3 things instead of just like 1. Who is talking to me? The giant skeleton. Yo, why is there a giant skeleton here? Watch out for that big guy walking around. What's he gonna do to me? Good luck, traveler. Okay, he doesn't. Okay, these are all NPCs. These are not players. I need to stop trying to talk to them as if they're real people. Tombstone. Oh my god, this maze is massive. What the hell is this? You remember learning how to bypass Origins security question back in the days? It was so stupid that you stopped using Origins. Yep. A lot of them are implemented poorly. It was easy for me. What is the name of your pet? A puppy. See, that's the issue though, right? It's like, if it's too easy and like crackable, like if it's very easy to like crack your like password, right? Then, uh-oh. I got smashed 3 times. What do I do? I'm getting smashed. Oh, it was him. He was smashing me. Okay, I don't think these like ghosts are good to walk into. But there is loot there. Very, very close. But yeah, if it's too easy, then it's very easy to gain control of your account. Because security questions typically are like the one layer that like gives you full access to everything by design, right? But if it's too hard, then you're basically back to square one, where it's like you won't remember it, and so you lose access to your account. But there's no recourse because it depends on an answer that you made. At least with 2FA, there is some recourse in the sense of like, as long as you have your device, you can always get back in on some level, or at least if you have your phone number, right? Like, there's some recourse if you forget, because it's based on ownership of your data versus your memory of something that you entered. And I find memory to be so lossy so as to be like unreliable for stuff like security. I've already taught you. For chat tips. Okay, well, you're not helpful. How many stripes did the leg of the firstborn of your aunt's cat had? Yeah, exactly. Like, that? I wouldn't even remember my like answer to it. And I would lose an account for sure. You did used to use full name, but figured what's the point if the dog is mine? It's, well, I mean, that's the thing, right? Like, it's well, what if you forget your like dog's name? Or like, you know what I mean? Or it's been so long that you don't even remember anymore. But then when you make your own custom answer, it's like, okay, well, you even remember what your custom answer was almost, right? Like it feels very fraught with like problems to the point where it's like, I think that's why we move towards 2FA, because a system like that is just too. There are too many issues with it when you get into the nitty-gritty of like how people's minds work. I don't like the skeletons. I have no clue why I'm in this maze, but it's we're already in it, so we might as well keep on going. What's this? The cauldron pays you no mind. Not the best place to hide. I need to stop clicking too often. I think I'm lagging the server actually. Oh shit! It's Tombstone. The Tombstone. Don't judge. You were 4 at a time, and wish your parents named him in instead Puppy Bog Dog. Honestly, that's your parents' fault for trusting a 4-year-old. I wouldn't trust my 4-year-old. What the hell is this? It's funny too, because like when you're 4, right? Everything sounds cool. But when you really get down into it, it's like stuff like that. It's just like, it's like the worst name ever. It's just how a 4-year-old's mind works. Okay, this maze is getting more and more complicated. Also, the camera is getting worse and worse. I'm actually curious how far this like game goes, right? I can't even tell if this is like a real game or like not. The way that they market this like game and the way that the devs talk about this like game feels like one of those like found footage kind of styles of like games where it's like, oh, this game was lost to like time and we're uncovering the secrets of WIZMUD. You never really know what's like going on. I won't off this thing though, because the music is like nuts. Oh god. Also, it's basically just a password, but like bad. Exactly, yeah. Imagine someone's password being Jack. You don't remember it, but the hacker will get it easily. Exactly. Yeah, because like you just... Because again, there are tools to automate quite a few of it, right? Like you can just do like a rainbow table, and you're basically done, and you're in, right? And you brute force someone's like single security question where the answer is like very basic, right? It's very risky. Do you have an item for me? Don't touch the statues before they're ready. Uh-huh. How do I get out of here? This place sucks. What do you say? TP Island, right? I need to move out of here. This is a terrible place. I can imagine this would be like a much better maze if there were more players. But chat, I'm the only one here. There are no other wizards. We need more wizards. What's this? Sometime you believe that you didn't use the full name, you're not saying their name right, and believe everything must have a first, middle, and a last name. Yeah, even that. Yeah, it's funny that like that's like a thing that is in Western society. It's something that I had to reconcile when I was younger, because I'm not like your typical person in like Western. Because in my culture, we do our names backwards, and a middle name is like not a single name. Like it's like a whole set of systems that you can work with to like define who you are. It's like very strange. And so even that system is like fascinating that like people use to me. I never really understood it when I was younger until I was like older. The bypass method for Origin is easy to like do, 2-minute work tops. See, that's why Joe Biden said we had to stop using C++. And that's why Joe Biden said we had to use Rust. Which is still wild to me. I'm getting out of here. TP. I don't want to be on the island anymore. I mean on the maze. As fun as the maze is, quote unquote, I don't think I can stand it. Let's go over here. There was this one TP here. And I'm curious what's over here. It is funny to think about that a game does even require you to make an account plus a password. I imagine it's not really important in the grand scheme of things. But if you pay money to get things, right? I'm surprised there's no 2FA for this game, at least. Anything involving money, I feel like should be held to a very high standard. You are a mod, right? I'm not a mod. What? What's a mod? Mods only. Wait. Oh shit, this is a mod only zone. What if I go over here? No, I'm not. Not the goofiest thing to get angry over as a 4-year-old. People said your first name only. You'd immediately correct them as your full name. Yeah. Sometimes we just get into like weird like moods when we're younger. Kids are weird. Did you think about what kids get angry over? Like they'll get angry over the strangest lights, right? Because in their minds, like the world is simple, and the way that things like work is like it must be their way or the highway, because they can't reason about anything else in the world. Huh. Wait, I'm way above the island. Holy shit, I'm like floating above. I don't think I should be here actually. I don't know. I look like Walter White, actually. I look like a Walter White wizard. I just realized. God damn it. Moderator. Yep. I feel like I'm in a zone that I shouldn't be in. Wiz TV. Wiz TV? What did I just do? Oh, I got juice. What? There's no way. There's no way. This is why I love seeing games like this, because you just never really know. Does that work? Glizzy Gobbler. Okay, I don't know about. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Q. Okay, how do I play this now? Keep. Skip. Oh. Now playing Glizzy Gobbler. Oh my god.
This is hot dog shooter. In the Northwest, I've never seen nobody be able to do this. I can do it quick. Okay? I'm just saying.
This is like a worse VR chat. This is like a worse VR chat. This is like when I did this in VR chat. Again, this is a global. I'm playing this live on this server for like everyone to like see. But I'm the only one. But if all of you were like here, we would be watching this. Oh god, okay, maybe I shouldn't be playing these things. I feel like that's a bad thing to like do. I feel like that's a good way to get like banned live on stream. But this is a weird game. It's fascinating that like someone even made this, right? As an experiment, right? I can imagine this would have been extremely fun if there were a lot of people in this game, right? It's only because it's so empty now that I don't think we see the full potential of this. But this feels like one of those like early experiments in like, you know, online virtual spaces. And there's a lot of games like this that were made back then that are no longer alive, right? Like, well, Second Life is still alive, but there was one called Active Worlds or something, or 3D Worlds, which I think did this concept very, very well in the sense of like people can create their own thing, but in general just like hang out in like a virtual space and do things together as like an alternative to being IRL. Okay, I killed the power. I don't know if I should have done that. But also it's funny that they add so many different things for you to like play with. Like imagine somebody comes in and just turns off the like power to your TV screen as you're watching the Glizzy Gladiator do their thing, right? I'd be very annoyed. What did I get? Welcome to WIZMUD server console. Arch? I don't know if I should be doing this. Wait, I'm gonna go use the washroom really quick. BRB. Okay, chat. Let's put this cybersecurity practice. What is it? Training into practice, right? We have read the White House documents. We know what can happen when cybersecurity isn't done well. What can we possibly do? 3 of 46 slaves actives. I don't know if I would. That term has been phased out. We shouldn't be using that anymore. Commands. MZ, what? Drop party. Gonna find module free items. TTY code. Enter TTY code. What the hell is a TTY code? Titty. Code not recognized. NPM? Maybe I should do Orbs beta. The orbs hear your request but choose to ignore it. I want WizBucks. Yeah. Oh, what about MZ override? What's that? Server override from mod zone switches. What? MZ override 2 on. What did I just do? I need to verify WizNet license. Please enter license key immediately. Update firmware. Update. Help. Commands. What's the TTY go? Chat, we need to find things. We need to find some codes to use there, okay? We're gonna do some cyber security stuff here. Go to sleep? No worries. Have a good night. You did worse as a kid. Some things I bet even the Joker would be scared of. That, maybe you shouldn't say that in public. I'm just saying. One example, you lived in a town surrounded by a thick forest with wolves, bears, and you loved to explore. Result, 12 town searches happened to where it became like a town event. Oh, yeah, because you always, because your parents don't like know where you are, right? I thought I was the only one, right? Because I also had the same thing, where it's like, I just like to explore around, and my family would always think that I was like missing. And so they always like called someone to like, be like, hey, help, please, someone's gone. It says mud cuts of any what? A1. I don't know what that does, but it's just funny to me that like like I'm not the only one who had a lot of trouble like getting lost in like places. Obviously not like it's not like my whole town cared, because it was more of like I'm like a giant city, so it's kind of hard for like the entire city to like care. But there was a subset of like things that like happened where like people did like care. Like police were like called at like times, and I'm just hanging out outside somewhere. Used to be a mod, but then I went mad with power. What? Huh. I wonder if this game is like meant to be played with a lot more people, and I wonder if the experience would have been even more if there was a moderator of this game like online playing too. I think the problem is that we don't get to see all of it because we're just one single person. But there is also maybe a fair number of secrets inside the maze. But like for instance here, if I levitate, can I go over there? I cannot. But this is a really cool, weird experimental thing. And I'm very glad that I found it. And it's fascinating that they're still working on this, right? This is not like a dead project. They're still trying to make this into something very, very cool and like interesting. I'm curious to see what they get. Wait a minute. What if I just TP anywhere? Oh, museum! And I'm curious to see what else they can come up with in this game, because it's a very fascinating concept that I hope gets expanded on, because like you can do a lot with an online experience that's like very, very about that's like very much about group exploration and like trying to find things, if that makes sense. But as it is, because it's just us, I wonder if we're missing something very important here. God damn it. TP Museum. But at least we now have the museum. I wonder what's over here. Yo, you. And again, this is a very unstructured start to the stream, but this is the most unstructured game of today. It was mostly an experiment that I wanted to show all of you, because I have no clue if this will last for very, very long, and I have no clue if this game will even be playable in maybe even like a couple more like months, right? It seems like a very small project, and I don't know how many people like support it. I don't even know how far they've like gotten. They're still updating it, but I don't know how much further it can go, right? So I thought it'd be fun to check out at least once. Sign what? Okay, sure. Freeguestbook.net. Security risk. I don't know if I trust that. Another example, live Frogger game. You, as a kid, you were playing and got bored, so you devised a game. You were playing live Frogger, the game where you run across the like road. Yeah, maybe don't do that. Can you imagine? If you were my child, I think I have 3D glasses. I think I'd be terrified. Because every day, my child's trying to like, end themselves. In some new, hilariously awful way. The bigger the city, the smaller the bee, by Gromby. Wait, this is like fan art. 2 coin. Fishing. You can go fishing? You race across the 8-lane highway just as cars are above the pass. Whoever gets hit loses. Jesus Christ. Yeah, maybe don't do that. That's the one thing that I will say is not not fun to read and more like, Jesus Christ, what is wrong with you? You, skeleton, get over here. It was part of your mom's fault. You didn't have a concept of like death until you turned 9. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, as like a kid, right? It's like hard. It's like even imagine it. Because like kids really don't have like a sense of like death. They kind of just like do things, and they just like they expect the world to work around them and their existence, and they feel invincible. I don't know if you guys have ever seen it, but there's like a bunch of like, you always see a video of like a kid who like, you know, you like take their eyes, you take your eyes off them for like a second, and then it's like, oh, like they're like trying to climb up some small building or like something, and it always happens. Children are weird, man. I can climb that easily. What the? What's that? Why is there stuff on the wall? What's this? Online video game. Be a wizard online for free. But how do I climb? Holy shit, it's Domino's garlic sauce. I know that thing. I know that cover from anywhere. How do I climb? Oh my god, chat, it's a real wizard. Oh. It's a skeleton. Sometimes I wish I could leave my corporeal form. You already have. Okay. What a weird game. I wonder if, okay, there has to be more inside, like, Mazeland. There has to be a lot. There has to be a lot of secrets in this maze that allows us to get to the top of the museum. Because there are 18 pieces of loot somewhere. And I imagine that the loot is not just limited to things like cosmetics. I imagine it's also going to give us things like, you know, the ability to like fly and stuff. The problem is, I don't know where it could be. I imagine towards him, that giant skeleton over there, he might have something good. Oh god. I'm also surprised that people can speedrun this like maze in 14 seconds. I feel like maybe there's a bug somewhere where they're cheating. Or maybe there's a way to increase your like speed. I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something, right? MUD games are always very fascinating to like play too, because it's so based around your knowledge of things in the game and like knowing what commands to like type. There's like a bunch of MUD games where it's like if you don't know the right command to like type, you'll never be able to progress. Kind of like how EverQuest. If you don't know like certain quest items to like type into, you can never go like forward. Or even like Road Warden, right? Which is, you know, it's a cool concept. It's just very hard to sort of like figure out what these terms are. Or like the other online is a chat room game that I found last time that I played for all of you. That one, I actually found out that the spells, you have to type them in by watching someone else's thing, like video on the game. Sorry, I'm still sick, so I'm still kind of slow. And so the whole reason why we couldn't do anything or like go anywhere was because I didn't know the magic words. I can make it. I'm dead. I'm dead. Oh! I think I'm doomed. I don't think he'll like stop, but I see a way through. There's a giant fire pit over there. Oh! I cheesed it. Oh no. And it's a weird small experimental game, right? Again, I hope that this game gets larger and larger and larger over time. Because I feel like stuff like this, if it can get popular and then people can like play it, you know, very often together, I think it'd be a lot of fun. The problem with these games is like always like, is there enough content to keep people coming back to it consistently? And like, is there a way for you to like, you know, hang out together doing things that are more than just walking around, right? That's like kind of the problem with these games always. I'm stuck inside the wall. You're right. I'm stuck inside the wall, no. Free me, please. God damn it. But yeah, I just wanted to show you all of this because I do want this game to grow. So if you ever get the chance to, try this game out, see if you like it, and let me know when, so we can all go in at the same time. We can all be wizards at the same time, and we can figure out what's like going on here, okay? I want to figure out if there's more stuff in this game. They're still working on they're still working on this weird little experimental thing. There's apparently gonna be like a first-person mode or like something. I'm not really sure, but from the Twitter, it seems like they're adding a bunch more features. But that's all for WIZMUD or WIZZone. I'm not really sure what this is called. It's a very cool experiment, and I wish more games like this kind of appeared. They capture a certain essence that I find most games now are missing, and it's that weird essence of exploration and just simplicity that anybody can like get into, which is nice. It's very nice.